Tony Elliott kind of take you and McKenzie aside prior to the game Saturday. What was his message to you two guys?
It really wasn't too much of a message. He just took us aside, prayed for us, and told us throughout the whole game, just keep our composure, don't play with our emotions on our sleeves.
John, you grew up in the shadow hearing about the U and all that. Is it sunk into you what you guys did down there? I mean, no other team has ever done anything like that to Miami. Is it sunk in yet, the enormous achievement that you guys had down there this week?
Not really. At this point right now, I just look at it as another football game. It's another victory for this team, and we just continuing on our quest to do something special here. I really don't put too much into it. Just a great team win for us.
Do you take any pride, though, in knowing that that was the most lopsided loss in Miami history?
It gives us confidence, but it doesn't outweigh any victory we had this year. A win is a win, so we're gonna take it however it comes.
Statistically, Clemson on offense and defense is the best first half team in the country. What do you attribute to that?
That's pretty good, but I feel like we need to achieve more than that. Instead of being the best first half team, why not be just the best team period throughout the whole game, throughout all 4 quarters? That's a good achievement, but we can definitely do better.
I guess to that point, because coaches were very pleased with how the backups went in and closed it out, is that maybe part of what you're talking about, the next step, doing it for all 4?
Yeah, definitely. That's sort of like, it shows that this team, we're dedicated to being the best that we can be, and that we're getting better throughout the season. We had that same opportunity going against Appalachian State, put the backups in, gave up a few big runs, gave up a touchdown or 2. Now we get down to week 7 and we go in against Miami. Those backups get in, same guys, and they go out there and keep them out of the end zone. They get a big stop. We had a muff punt, had them down in good field position at about the 30-yard line. Those guys would have got that stop. So it just shows that the maturity of this team, the leadership of this team, and those guys are dedicated just as well as the starters are.
Talking about the backups, Van Smith got in the game late, 5 tackles, a pick. How'd that make you feel, knowing a guy to step up in your spot?
I was excited for Van, man. I was excited for him. Just watching him go through practice, he works hard as if he's a starter, and being behind me and Jadar, he never knows when his number's going to be called, and his number was called. He went out there and showed up big time. He made some big plays, some big hits, and I was definitely enjoying watching him on the sideline.
Do you personally take pride in the little things that you've shown him, talked to him about, that have allowed him to get to that point? Is that a point of pride for you?
Yeah, it definitely is. It's always good just seeing a young guy go out there and do good. We talk all the time. Just watching him make plays. I was very excited for him. I can't take credit for what he did. Whether I did or not, whether I had I was a big factor in why he played good or whatever, I can't take credit for it. The guy, he's a good football player, and he went out there and displayed it.
I know one of the philosophies around here is that winning is not easy. Just winning a game is not easy. Shutouts are even harder. Is that close to perfection as you guys have played?
This year it definitely is. That's right along with the game we had against NC State last year. It was big for the whole entire team. The offense was clicking, the defense went out there and played good. And it was our backups, on the offensive side of the ball and the defensive side of the ball showed up. We played good. Special teams played good, contributed. We won all 3 phases of the game.
You guys always talk about getting better each week. Are there things you can do even better than you did on Saturday?
Oh, it's definitely a few things we can do better than we did Saturday. Just from the defensive side of the ball, we left a few plays out of there. From the starters and the backups, had guys drop picks, miss sacks, things like that. So I definitely feel like there's things we can always get better at, just things we can top on the back end, a few coverage mistakes, a few gaps that were open when they got big runs. So it's definitely a way we can get better. But it definitely was a good team win for us.
As a leader on this team, what are some things you've done to help keep this team focused? That it's been a big deal. You guys have come out being so consistent all year. What have you done to help some of these guys
I just try my best to come out every day and just have a positive attitude, you know, and just let the guys know that, you know, we can only get better throughout the season. We get worse, and that's when we become one of those teams that lose to someone we shouldn't lose to. You know, just keeping guys on edge, you know, and just always being that guy that anybody can come to, you know, because I'm going to give my all, you know, just talk to them and let them know that they have to get their all, you know, for us to be the best team that we can be. So I just go through, you know, and I'm excited on the sideline, you know, I'm cheering guys on offense, I'm cheering guys on defense, you know, the backups and things like that. You know, I'm just bringing that excitement to the game, that enjoyment, you know, and I just love watching our guys do what they do.
There was a lot of talk about the loss of leadership, but how has this group as a whole done with that, keeping guys focused?
I think we've done pretty good. You know, we're not letting guys get complacent. We stand on top of guys. We're holding guys accountable. You know, whether we're up 42-0 and we give up a touchdown, we're still holding guys accountable, and we're getting on guys. You know, because every time we go in the game, we want that shutout. So when we get a big lead, we're going to keep our foot on their throat. And we want in the backup to get in to keep their foot on their throat too. And, you know, they did that Saturday, and that's just, you know, it's excitement, like I said before.
A lot of times when the discussion about elite programs and playoff teams and all that, it goes to what are the big games they've won, who are the big name teams they've beaten. Winning 35 straight against unranked, you just said it a minute ago about not losing to someone you shouldn't lose to. Is that something that maybe people should be even prouder of within the program?
Yeah, definitely. You know, when you go out there and you know a team that you're a fan, and you go out there and you know you're playing a team that, you know, you're superior, you're way better than that team, and you know your guys should take care of business. We're not letting the fans down in that aspect, you know, and I feel like that's something to be very proud of. We got teams who's going out there in top 5 teams and losing to unranked teams. You know, Coach Sweeney pushes that, you know, and that's when the games that we're supposed to win, you know, and I think in the past 3 years we've been doing that. I think the last loss to an unranked team was 2011. It was actually NC State. Yeah. We're definitely not gonna have that this year, but you know, it's just that thing Coach Sweeney pushes, and, you know, right now, guys, this culture that we have around here, guys are picking up on it, and we're just running with it.
Coach has talked about that 2011 game yet?
Nah, he hasn't talked about it. I'm pretty sure he will, and you know, that'll just make us go even harder when we get out there on Saturday.
Whenever you read about this defense or you see something on TV, they always talk about last year, drop off, leadership. Is it time for all that to stop and this defense to stand on its own?
Yeah, it definitely is time for that to stop. We're going out there and we're making plays. In 2015 season, 2014 season was a great season for us, and we're trying to make 2015 even better.
I know it's different units, but the way Deshaun handles himself, the preparation, the humble demeanor, does that carry over to the defense as well, since he's kind of the main guy as the quarterback of the team?
I wouldn't say that, but I would say that, you know, the energy they bring, you know, we pick up on that energy. You know, I feel like they went out there first and put up 7 points, and that energy just, you know, transferred over there to the defense, and we went out there and did what we had to do. I think that's something that we do pretty well here. You know, whoever goes out first, you know, they set the tone for the game, and everyone else just picks up on that tone. So, I mean, I feel like that's a pretty good thing. And however Deshaun goes out, if Deshaun comes out first and he's composed and he's going out there and he's making great throws and we're moving the ball, then you can count on the defense to play real good.
Brad Kai only had 1 interception. Y'all picked him off on the opening drive. Jacoby Brissett came close to setting an ACC record for pass attempts without an interception. As a secondary, is that something you get excited about in the preceding week when you know you're about to face a quarterback who doesn't throw interceptions and embrace that challenge of picking them off?
Yeah, that is. But watching Brad Kai last week through film, we seen he only had 1 interception, but we seen that it was like 6 interceptions dropped. You know, getting to the film with Jacoby Brissett, I can't say I've seen the same thing. He's taking care of the ball pretty good. Throws he makes is one-on-one guys, and the defensive guys are not getting their hands on the ball. I couldn't say that for Brad Kai. So this should be a pretty good task for us, you know, on the defensive side of the ball, especially in the back end, the back 7. Guys, I just hope Jacoby gives us a chance to get our hands on some of them.
What did you do to him last year? Being just, you know, going off of that, last year you guys just shut him down in that 41-0 game.
You know, that just came from preparation. You know, guys doing what they had to do, guys knowing their job, guys being prepared. You know, with this, we're coming in the same way. We're gonna attack the film, see weaknesses that they have in their offense, and we're going to attack those guys.
Mackenzie, did he play? Has Mackenzie's play been better this year, last year, about the same?
I definitely feel like his play this year has been better. He's been shutting down one whole side of the field. I actually hate that I'm on that side of the field. I mean, his play has been outstanding, man. The guy, he comes in every week. He's getting prepared, you know, and the way he attacks the game is phenomenal. Seeing what he's doing, you know, it shows that we can go be even greater. You know, they're not attacking him right now, but I'm pretty sure that's not going to be like that throughout the long course of this season. So he's going to be prepared for it. We're going to be prepared for it. Coach B is going to put us in the best call to go make the best plays.
The guy on the other side of Mackenzie's obviously seeing a lot more action. Is Tankersley maybe underrated? Is he not getting enough credit for the job he's done this year?
He's definitely underrated. Cordrea, he's a great player. He's a great player. As you said, they're trying to attack him, but it's obviously not working for him. So leaving Mackenzie on the island, not attacking him and attacking him is not benefit. They're not benefiting from it. So I don't know what to tell anybody going up against us. Right now, we're just clicking on all cylinders. We have great guys all over the defense. We have guys like Shaq, Kevin Dodd. You know, you got Ben Bower, BJ, TJ at safety, back deep over Cordrea. I mean, we're just playing good defense right now. We're going to continue to do that with Coach B pushing us.
A few weeks ago, you were a little bothered by a perceived lack of respect for this team. Do you think that that's changed, that it's turned around, and that you're receiving appropriate respect?
I believe we're receiving some respect, you know, from some people, but just like I said, we can't let that get to our head. We're going to go and attack every game like with that same ranked 12 team going up against Notre Dame and everybody's doubting us. So I feel like we just gotta, you know, we gotta stay the course. You know, just keep doing what we've been doing this far through the season.
So it's good to play with just maybe a little bit of a chip on your shoulder all the time.
Yeah, it definitely is always. I mean, when you're not playing with that chip on your shoulder, you know, you get caught off guard. Right now, we're not trying to get caught off guard by anybody, no matter who we're going up against. We see them as somebody who can beat us. Coach Sweeney tells us that every week. They're capable of beating us. Anybody's capable of beating us. It's college football. We just watched Florida State lose to an unranked Georgia Tech team. Had I think like 3 losses. So it definitely just shows that anybody's capable of beating on any given day. So we have to come out there with that chip on our shoulder and attack the game like we're going to get up against ranked 1 Ohio State.
NC State's offense had 4 touchdowns and 50-plus yards on Saturday. Do you guys have to put extra emphasis on not giving up big plays this week?
Yeah, we always put emphasis on that. We don't want to give up those chunk plays. You're going to drive down the field and score enough. We want to make you earn every bit of it. You know, we can't give up those 30-yard bombs. You know, we can't have mistakes on the defense where guys running wide open. We always put emphasis on stopping those chunk plays and just making guys earn everything they get.
Surprisingly, no player was named ACC Player of the Week by, on the offense or the defense. What does that kind of say about the team's performance as a whole on Saturday?
I think what that says is if not one person was named, that just shows that it was all a collective group. You know, if you can name one guy, that means one guy had a great game. When you can't name nobody, that just shows that, you know, and the scoreboard shows it as well. 58 zip, that shows that the offense was moving the ball effectively, and the defense was out there playing good. So you can't name one guy, that just shows that the whole entire team was having a good game, you know, from the 1s all the way down to the 2s.
Do you feel like that's kind of like a common theme through 2015 so far?
Yeah, it definitely is. I feel like everybody's been having good games. You know, it's not just been one guy going out there and just shutting something down. It's not been one guy on offense just going out there and just being that guy. You know, I feel like everybody's been bringing their A game, you know, throughout the season, and we just have to keep going on like that through the rest of the latter part of the season.
Yeah, is that kind of a key to kind of keeping the sustained success that y'all been having this season, to kind of keep that mentality, that kind of attitude that y'all been going out with?
Yeah. We can't go in the game and depend on one guy. Can't go in there and depend on Deshaun to do everything. We have to have the receivers making plays, the running backs, and the O-line has to do their job, you know, with creating those holes and pushing those guys on the defensive line. It's just the same for defense. Like we talked about, McKenzie's been having a good season, but we're not going to depend on McKenzie shutting down his side of the field and Cordray relaxing. So we attack that. We attack that every week. Coach V's on us like we're going up against Randy Moss. I feel like he's a big factor in why we're doing as good as we are. He stays on us no matter who we're going up against, no matter who the opponent is. So I think that definitely carries over to the game. Just having him on our side, having him in the back of our mind, knowing that one little slip up, and they can capitalize on that.
You guys continue to have these dance parties after the game. So my hard-hitting question this week is, what is the most played song in the locker room after the game?
We really don't play the same song every week. We try to go for something different every week. But that just comes, like Coach Sweeney said. It's hard winning games in college football. So no matter the margin of the victory, we're gonna celebrate everyone. So I feel like that's what. Oh man, I don't know what to say about the songs. I don't pick the song. I don't know who picked the song, but last week's song, it was kind of crazy. I forgot what we were in there listening to.
Well, this past weekend was Hotline Bling, right?
Yeah, it was that, and it was something else. I don't know what it was. It was crazy. So I don't know who picks them, but
You don't think Dabo picks it? I mean, he's the head coach.
nah, he doesn't pick the song. He lets some of the players pick the songs. They ask us what we want to listen to, and they play it. Coach Sweeney just dancing.
He's not picking out Fetty Wap or anybody.
Is it all dance music? Is anybody throwing in some country or some heavy metal or?
No, it's all pretty much dance music. And some of the songs, pretty sure Coach Sweeney doesn't even know. He just dances to them. We're excited to get victories, so we're going to celebrate every victory.
What would you ask them to play if you won a college football playoff game?
I don't know. We won a college football playoff game. Just put the iPod on and let it leave it on shuffle. Let's just dance and have fun.
Thank you.